One. Hello and good morning, everybody. This is our Facebook Live session for February 4th, 2017. So if you're watching this after February the 4th, then you're watching the replay. Just letting you know that. Let me just adjust the mic here. So good morning. I am here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, here by the mountains. It's a really nice view. I don't know if you can see it. Just gonna try to show it to you over there. So um, there's some mountains in the background. And today we're going to talk about how you can stay motivated even when you feel demotivated, even when you think that everything sucks, that nothing is going right, even when you're tired. And it happens all the time. It happens to everybody. It happens to me. Um, it happens, I'm sure it happens to you if you're a normal person. So we're going to talk about that topic today. It's not going to be so much a Q&A today. It's more of it's more of a lesson that we're going to talk about. But if you do have questions related to the topic, please comment below this video, and I will be sure to read them. So good morning. Thank you, Rang. Thank you, Anna. Here you go. Just saying we have some good morning greetings from everybody. And please, if you know anybody who needs to be motivated, it doesn't have to do with, doesn't need to be with freelancing or working from home. But if you know somebody who needs to be motivated, then please click on the share button. Please share this video with them. Share it with your Facebook friends, your wall, or in Facebook groups. I'd really appreciate it. It's, we're doing this for free, so being able to share it is something that we'd really appreciate. So if you have any struggles with motivation, if you have any struggles with what you're doing right now, I want you to please share them as well, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to help you achieve more. So if you have any struggles, just let me know. Good morning, Eden. Good morning, Ma. Okay, so about motivation. So you know how it is. Usually when we start something new, we get very motivated, right? Just like I know most of you guys here listening are freelancers or working from home. When we first heard about, I can make money from home, it's really exciting, right? You hear about freelancing, being able to work at your own time, being able to watch your kids while working at the same time. It's very exciting, diba? Or even if it's something else, like maybe it's about the gym. You wanna have those abs, you wanna have the beach body, so that by May, you can, I don't know, wear a two-piece or wear trunks and then look really nice. So it's very motivating, especially when you see other people. But you see, like in the Work at Home Pinoys, we see so many success stories. We see people who've succeeded. We see, it's very inspiring. It's very motivating. If we're going back to the gym example, if you see somebody doing, somebody has a really nice body, and then, if for me, if I see Brad Pitt, I can get motivated to try and look better because he's nice. He's got the muscles. So it's really exciting when we start to get motivated, when we start something new. We are so happy when we start to get motivated, and when we're like a baby. We're excited like a baby. Something's very new. And one very good example is during New Year's. When New Year's resolutions, we say, you know what, I am going to do this. I am going to get an online job. I am going to go to the gym. I'm going to quit smoking. It's very exciting. But later on, when we realize how hard it is to actually succeed online, we realize how hard it is to go to the gym every day or every other day, we start getting tired. We start losing motivation. And it's like this for everything we start, for everything that's exciting. We start losing that drive. It's not as exciting. It's not as, we're not as happy to do the things anymore. Maybe at the start of the year, we wanted to write a book or start a blog. And then we said, okay, I'm going to blog every day. I'm going to blog once a week. And then later you get tired. And that's normal. Everybody faces that. Okay, everybody feels that feels tired. Everybody realizes how hard it is to maintain and gets tired. I've done that. A lot of people have been through that. Right? Because reality sets in. The truth sets in. You find out how hard it really is to keep doing what you're doing, to stay motivated. And then what happens next is that you lose motivation. You totally lose motivation. Wala na talaga. You don't feel like doing it anymore. Maybe you've been applying on Upwork, the jobs every day. At the start, you say, "Okay, I'm so excited to start working from home," and then later on, you it slowly goes down. You slowly lose motivation, and eventually, flatline. There's nothing. There's no motivation left, and that's how motivation is. That's the nature of motivation. It's like your friend. We all have this friend who we say, "Hey, you want to hang out on the weekend?" You text them, "Oh, kamusta ka? Meet tayo this weekend," or something like that. Sorry, I'm Bisaya. I'm not Tagalog. in Bisaya, "Oy, bay, kamusta naman? Magkita ta karong Sabado." We text them, and he texts back and saying, "Sige, sige, walang problema. We'll do it Saturday 4 p.m." Ganun, diba? You're ready. You already have your plans, and then Saturday comes. You text him in the morning. You say, "Oh, kita tayo mamaya." And he says, "Sige, sige, sure." And then you text him again, like you're on your way. Papunta na ako sa Starbucks. And then he texts back, "Ako din, papunta na ako." And then you're there at 4 o'clock. You say, "Oh, dito na ako." And he says, "Oh, punta na ako. Traffic. Punta na ako dyan. I'm on my way there. It's just some traffic." And then 4:30, he texts, "Oy, para hindi pala ako pwede. May emergency pala or may ibang lakad." So, and then he just leaves you there. You're already in Starbucks, and then he's late, and then he texted, he never shows up. We all have that friend, right? It's a very familiar story, especially in the Philippines, that happens a lot. And motivation is like that. Motivation is like that friend that says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna help you out." But when the time comes that you really need motivation, it's not gonna be there. It really is not gonna be there. And everyone who's succeeded has experienced that. A lot of people would consider me successful as a freelancer. I help other freelancers succeed, help them earn lots of money online and so on. But I have felt that there is no more motivation, because that's how motivation is. Motivation is not reliable, and you won't have that motivation all the time. So the trick is, you shouldn't rely on motivation. You shouldn't rely on motivation, because it will not be there at times. It will disappear. I'm going to promise you that. If you have motivation right now, and great, you might be motivated for a while, but in time, that motivation will be gone. So what you should really do is create discipline. And discipline is defined as the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. And you're going to implement your own discipline. You have to train yourself. Diba, in the army, in the army, you see military officers, they're disciplined. They're just stand up straight. Even if they don't believe in the orders, they're given commands, they have to do it because they're disciplined. Even if they don't feel like it, they have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, or sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, because they're disciplined. And that's what you have to do. You have to create that kind of discipline. And I know most of us are Christians or Catholics, so I'm going to quote the Bible here. In Hebrews 12:11, it says, "For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it." So at the moment, discipline will be painful. It will not be pleasant, but that's how you get the fruit of righteousness. That's how you get the rewards. It's through discipline. It's not through motivation. And telling you that you have to build that discipline. And not only when it comes to freelancing, not only when it comes to getting online jobs or whatever, but you have to find discipline in multiple aspects of your life. Yeah, waking up in the morning, going to the gym, even simple things as reading a book, you have to build discipline. Because if you can't build discipline in your life, then you will not succeed as a freelancer. Discipline such as going jogging maybe once a week, or some people do it every day. If you can't build that, if you can't keep on doing that, even when you feel demotivated, even after the motivation is gone, then you are going to fail when it comes to freelancing. So how do you build that discipline? You build a system, but build a discipline by creating systems that allow you to do it. You create systems to let you do the same thing every day. For example, one of the things that I'm doing right now, one of the things that I'm doing is doing a podcast. And with this podcast, I have to write 1,000 words a day. That's my thing. Every single day, I have to write 1,000 words for my podcast episode script. You know, it's just writing about different topics. And there are days when I really don't feel like it, but it's there in my to-do list. It's there. It's really right there. What I do is I turn off close the internet. You know, turn off go off Facebook, go off email, put my phone on silent, and I just sit down in front of the keyboard and just start typing. Even if I don't feel like it, I just start writing. Even when if I feel, you know, sometimes you wake up, you're not in the mood, but even when I'm not in the mood, I have to do it. And sometimes there's this voice, you know, there's this voice in my head that's telling me, you can't do it. Hindi ka naman magaling, kaya mo ba to? You know, you're not going to succeed. You've failed before. So there's this voice in the back of my head that's saying that. And I'm going to quote Vincent van Gogh, or Vincent van Gogh, depending on how you pronounce it. And he's a famous painter, if you don't know him. And he has a quote. It says, if you hear a voice within you saying that you are not a painter, then by all means paint. And that voice will be silenced, but only by working. That voice will be silent only by working. You have to create those systems in place so that even when the motivation is gone, you will keep doing it. You will keep looking for jobs online. You will keep working on your profile. That's what you have to do. And sometimes when I feel demotivated, when I feel like, you know, I don't feel like writing, or I don't feel like doing the work, what I do is I take a deep breath, just close my eyes and count for a couple of moments, and I tell myself, you know, I have to do this. If I want to succeed, I have to do this. And for you guys that are watching this Facebook Live session, you guys are, I say you're very fortunate. You're very lucky, because if you're just starting out with freelancing, you have so many people to follow. You can see so many success stories, and you can hear so many interviews. Like I have a lot of tutorials on the site that tell you what to do in order to succeed. We have the courses. We have like things like the VA Bootcamp that teach you what you need to do exactly. And we even support our students when they have questions, when they have concerns. You guys are lucky because you can follow those who are successful. You already can see what they did, what I did, what people like, I'd say Ana Soriano did, Liberty Baldovino, John Pagulayan, Marv de Leon. You can see what these people did in order to succeed, because they're telling you. And your job is just to listen, is to study, is to read and to follow and to keep doing it. Because, like I said, motivation will not always be there. There will be times when you will feel like you're a failure, that nothing is going to work. But that's the time. That's the most critical time. That's what separates those who succeed from those who fail. 9 out of 10 people who are listening to this right now, they're going to give up. That's just normal. 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first year because they face difficulty, they face challenge, and they give up. I've seen this a lot. I've seen this in freelancers. I've seen this in businesses. But what separates those that fail from those that succeed is keeping with that discipline. Is that when you lose the motivation, when you lose the drive, when you lose the excitement, is that continuously doing the things that you need to do, even when it looks like you're failing, just telling yourself, I need to do this, and just doing it. That's what will make you succeed. A very simple thing to do, right? It sounds very simple, but it will be really hard to do it. That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, so that is my lesson for this week. You know, you have the motivation, and what normally it happens, I'm going to move here for the camera. What normally happens is with motivation, you know, you get so excited, and then all of a sudden it's going to drop. You're going to lose that motivation, right? But what you have to do is that when that motivation is flatlining, you have to keep that discipline. You have to keep doing what will make you succeed. Most people are going to quit. I'm telling you that. Most people are just going to say, I can't do this. I'm a failure. This won't work. But those that do, those 1 in 10 people that keep fighting, that keep pushing, those are the ones that succeed. Okay, so I'm gonna, once again, like I said, if you know anybody who would benefit from this, I'd really appreciate it if you share this. You know, you click on the share button in the Facebook wall, and I'm going to read the comments. I know there are a lot of people asking about freelancing and working from home. This is not one of the sections that talks about that, but if you do want to learn more about that, you can go to freevacourse.com. I have a free course on how you can start freelancing, or you can go to wfhr.io in here so that you can, there we go, you can visit the site. We have a lot of free courses, a lot of free articles that can help you out. Okay, I'm gonna go here looking at the comments here. Good morning. So many good mornings. I'm not gonna read all the good mornings because we have like 40 good mornings here. How to do freelancing, go to that website I have here. How to start freelancing, same thing. Can I be a freelancer even if I don't have experience? Well, I'm just gonna read this through. Can I be a freelancer even if I don't have experience and I'm only a high school graduate? If I apply VA bootcamp, kaya ko kaya yun? The answer is yes. And this is one of the things that this is one of the voices in our head, you know, that tells us, you know, I'm just a high school graduate, di ko kaya to, or I'm just, you know, I never finished college. I failed in college. Di ko kaya. Or I'm not good in English. I'm not good in technical skills. But though, like I said, what will make you succeed is not your skills. It'll help you definitely. But what will make you succeed is your perseverance, to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep fighting, to keep adjusting. That's what separates people that fail from people that succeed. We've seen so many people succeed. We have so many stories. I'm not gonna, you know, of people who didn't finish school but became millionaires. But it's the discipline that taught them. You know, they were poor, they couldn't go to college, but they became millionaires in the long run because they built the habits, they built the discipline, and they didn't listen to those voices in their heads telling them that they were going to fail. They kept on fighting. Okay, Harley Fernandez, this is true, especially with writers and other creative. It's common thinking that creatives are run by emotions, but you need to create content. You're welcome, Harleen. And that's true for writers, for designers. A lot of people think that feel lang, you know, you just do it when you feel like it. Pero that's not true. You have to build your skills. You have to put in the effort every day. Kahit hindi mo feel, even when you don't want to get out of bed, because that's what's going to make you succeed. Building that discipline. Diambata says true. Okay, we have RJ Corpus. I want to know how to do some tasks without the feeling of blue at times when I'm working alone. Sometimes it can affect my work. And this is a bit different. This is more to do with loneliness than with discipline. We're not really focusing on that today. That can be a whole separate topic. But I suggest you know, this is a bit hard, but I can suggest, like, what I would do before is I'd watch TV sometimes while working, but you know, that can be distracting. If you have like a dog will always help with loneliness. or outside of work. You should set boundaries between your work and outside of work. And then when you're not working, that's when you hang out with friends, that's when you meet family. And you should make sure to do that, like every day if you can. Hang out with friends, hang out with family, so that when you are alone working, you won't feel that loneliness. And then if you are lonely, then you can say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to meet my family, I'm going to meet my friends. So it won't feel so lonely. Even though you work alone, you don't need to be lonely. Moises, beginning is the hardest part. You must continue to persevere until you succeed. And Moises, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to disagree with that statement, because beginning is actually one of the easiest parts. It's after you begin that's the hardest. After you begin, and when you go boom, when you go flatline in motivation, that's the hardest part. Beginning is easy because you're still excited, you're still motivated. But after you begin, and when you realize how hard it is to get the abs, I don't have abs yet, someday, I'm gonna do it. That's when it's hardest, when you realize how hard it is to get hired, and you have to learn all these skills. You have to learn how to become a virtual assistant in Upwork, and how to apply for jobs and sell yourself. That's when it gets hard. Camille, I believe the greatest enemy to succeed and to failure is ourselves. That's very right. It's just having the right focus. When we succeed, never see it as our idol, rather keep opportunity to keep gaining it from the Lord. And I totally agree with that. When we succeed, we shouldn't feel like, ang galing-galing ko naman, di ba? Like, I'm so good. That's not what should be in our heads. It's just discipline. We just have to, and part of discipline is realizing that that our struggles, that what we go through is part of the process. It's part of what God teaches us in order for us to succeed. If we fail to see it as an opportunity, develop and learn, we won't have good projects without giving a try to learn. It's not the matter of what the crowd called as successful. It's a matter of having the right discipline to motivate us. Thanks, Mr. Jason, for sharing this. It's a good reminder. Keep sowing and reaping in the Lord. Thank you, Camille. We have some Bernard latecomer. Primo Victoria, what to do when clients don't seem to notice you. We're not answering that today, but please head to the website. We do have a lot of tutorials, and I have hours. This is part of our course in the VA Bootcamp Accelerated, or how to succeed as a freelancer. This is like 5 hours worth of content. So it's we don't have 5 hours today to talk about it. But yeah, head over to the website. If you can go in the courses, I suggest you do. Okay, Julia, if you missed the first part, there's always going to be a replay after this. So just rewind, or wait. This is going to end. We're towards the end, so you can watch the replay. Thank you, everybody, once again who attended. I really appreciate you attending. Remember, build the motivation. I'm sorry, don't build the motivation. Build the discipline, so that when the motivation is gone, you will keep working hard. You will keep striving, and you will be able to succeed. Okay, share this video, really appreciate it. And for those that are watching that want to start freelancing, go to wfhr.io. All right, thank you guys, and you have a good Saturday.